Hi everybody, my name is Suzanne Hiron from Memi Papyrus and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. This week's fancy fold is a double Z fold card and I'm using the Friends Are Like Seashells from the Sand and Sea collection. Let's get started. Well, if you know anything about me, you know that I just absolutely love the Sand and Sea collection. So here's another card that we're going to make with that same collection. I just don't tire of it. I could play with it all day. So this one is Friends Are Like Seashells. You collect them along the way, and it's a double Z fold card. So this is what you get at the end. And I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone using Melon Mambo. It's not a color that I use a lot, but I thought, this looks pretty darn good with the designer series paper. So let's start. We have, and I'll have all the dimensions on my page so you can reproduce it at home. So we're starting with the usual card base of 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2 and 2 3/4. So we've done cards with these folds before. Just going to burnish the folds here so they're nice and crisp. So we're going to start with this base. Then we have the piece of designer series paper. This is Blushing Bride, by the way. Sorry I didn't mention that. And this is where the Melon Mambo comes in on the designer series paper. And when you get your package, if you look on the back, you'll see all the coordinating colors of every designer series paper. So we'll start with a piece here and build our foundation. And we have 2 more to fill those folds. By the way, if you stay till the end of the video, you'll see 2 other cards made with the Z fold card style, and they look totally different. All right, so that's our base. So we'll set that to the side. Now we have the inside part, and strange enough, it measures differently. It measures 9 3/4 by 3 1/2, and it is still scored at 5 1/2 and 2 3/4. So we're going to make sure we have crisp folds for this one as well. So let's bring back this base, and what is going to happen is we're going to turn it in the other way, so it's going to fold like this. So let's now do some stamping. So this is going to be my top part, and I'm going to use the Friends Are Like Seashells stamp set and use that very greeting. And I'm going to use the Memento ink for this one. And stamp it. Oh, I think I have a little too much ink there. No, this is good. All right. So we'll do it to the top and a little bit to the right of the cardstock because we're going to add some of those seashells. So this is my greeting. going to adhere it to this piece of Melon Mambo. So with this collection, you have the Seaside Seashells dies, and I die cut these sand dollars, these little seashells, and this one here. So we'll decorate the bottom left corner of our greeting. And before we do that, I'm going to add a little touch of copper here. Just because. No reason, because it looks cool. And I'm going to stick it down with a little glue dot. Play around with it. Then I'm going to come in with my sand dollar and stick that with a dimensional or two. And some of these little seashells, again with dimensionals. That's going to hold down. It's going to hold down a little bit of the copper here, and one last one that I'm going to tuck in here. So there's our greeting. We're just going to come and adhere this to the inside layer. Doesn't really matter if this sand dollar is a little bit bigger because it's going to go on the top of our card. And you see there's plenty of room for it to stick out like this. Now we're going to do the inside greeting. And for this one, I want happy birthday to my beautiful friend. And I'm going to use the Melon Mambo for that one. So the piece is smaller, but there's still room for you to write a message or greeting to your friend when you send this card. That's why I put the greeting to the top. Now let's decorate the inside. Oh no, I did it the wrong way, see? It's going vertically, so I have to do it vertically. So we'll just do it again. Everybody messes up. There we go. Now we can stick it down. Need an eraser. Just got a little bit. There, perfect. This is a lifesaver. A lifesaver. I have a tip on this if you haven't seen it before. It's one of those tools you absolutely have to have in your stamp room. So this one's done. And this is my Melon Mambo piece that I ran through this embossing folder called Seabed. Look at the detail on it. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it. I just love it. So this is going to decorate the inside as well. So keeping to the theme of sand and sea. All right, so we've got this piece. Now all we have to do is put our card together. So all right, now we know that this is just where we're going to have it. I want some tear and tape because this is such a pretty card. It's likely the person getting it will open it more than once, and I don't want it to fall apart. So I'm going to use the strongest adhesive that we have. Put one strip here and another one close by. Remove the backing. Again, take your pick tools, perfect for that. And it holds it down at the same time. So now we had measured it and just want to give it another look, and we can press it down on the tear and tape. So that part's done. Next part is making sure that this is also glued down solidly. So I'm going to use the tear and tape again. This time I'm going to do it on the cardstock, not on the base. So I'm going to do it on the layer on the inside. And I'm going to bring back my base to the layer. And here you have it. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. Well, that's our card for now. I hope you enjoyed this project and that you'll try it at home. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for being here.